We can change the world if we organize, but we'll only change the world when we organize. I'm Heather Booth, and this is my story, but really this is all of our stories because you are organizing to change the world. In 1964, I went to Mississippi with the Freedom Summer Project. Many of you heard about that because there were the three young men, Goodman, Schwerner, and Cheney, who were killed by the Klan when they were doing voter registration. What you may not have heard is that while they were looking for those three young men, they found the bodies of 8 other black men, hands bound, feet often chopped off, thrown into the rivers, and those deaths were never reported, never investigated. This, by the way, is a picture of me at 18, just before I was arrested in Shaw, Mississippi, doing voter registration. The first of many arrests. But out of that despair, in a difficult time, by the end of the year, there was a Voting Rights Act because people organized, and we still need to defend that. Here's a picture of me with the extraordinary Fannie Lou Hamer, a great civil rights heroine. Just as many of you are the heroes and heroines of this time, and we know that while we make progress, we have much more to do. Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, and Sandra Bland all say Black Lives Matter, and we should now do the hashtag, say her name, say her name. In 1965, a friend came to me and said she was pregnant and suicidal. She wasn't ready to have a child, and asked could I find her a doctor to perform an abortion. I did, word spread, others called, and I set up a system called Jane. Between 1965 and 1973, when Roe became the law of the land because we organized, the women of Jane performed 11,000 abortions. The women's movement has changed the world. It's changed all of us. It's changed Netroots. It will continue to change. And we have to keep abortion and women's rights safe and legal, and stand with women who are under attack, as Planned Parenthood is now under attack. And so we say, hashtag, stand with PP, stand with Planned Parenthood under this malicious, lying attack. And if we organize, we will win. Dr. King came to Chicago and said the way to civil rights, or one way, was through labor rights. I became a union organizer. Solidarity. You may remember that Dr. King was killed while he was in support of a sanitation worker strike in Memphis. Because people organized, they won that strike. And now labor is under vicious attack in state after state and nationally. But these are our sisters and our brothers. This is about our lives. We need to stand together with labor. I was fired then. I was fired for union organizing. And with the money I won from a back pay suit, I started a training center called Midwest Academy. This is a picture of our training manual. Some of you perhaps raise your hand if you've been through the academy, or maybe you should be through the academy, but it teaches organizing. Midwest Academy has 3 principles of organizing. The first is we're about winning real improvements in people's lives so they know what the struggle is worth. The second is we give people a sense of their own power through their struggle and their direct action. And 3, we win structural reforms. For the last several years, I was working on immigration reform with the Alliance for Citizenship. I was the strategic advisor. And because brave people have organized all over the country, as in that beautiful march that was here, the majority of the country believes there should be a pathway to citizenship out of the shadows and with dignity for all people. And in fact, we should jail Arpaio and the people should be free. And this is a picture of my arrest last year on immigration reform. It seems like you can't keep a good woman out of jail in the struggle for justice. But we will be free. And so if we organize, we can change the world. But together, we need to organize. So I look forward to celebrating so many organizing victories with you together when we organize and change the world. Thank you all.